Simple biblical summary of Genesis chapter 3. This chapter is a significant passage in the Bible that describes the fall of man. Here's a brief summary. The chapter begins with the serpent, described as the most cunning of all creatures, deceiving Eve into eating the fruit from the forbidden tree of the knowledge of good and evil. The serpent convinces her that doing so will not lead to death, but instead will open her eyes to be like God, knowing good and evil. Eve eats the fruit and gives some to Adam, who also eats it. Their eyes are opened, and they realize they are naked. They sew fig leaves together to make coverings for themselves. When God walks in the garden, Adam and Eve hide from him. God questions them, and they admit to eating the fruit. Adam blames Eve, and Eve blames the serpent. For their disobedience, God pronounces judgment. The serpent is cursed. Eve will experience increased pain in childbirth, and Adam will toil hard to cultivate the ground. Despite the punishment, God also shows mercy by making garments of skin for Adam and Eve before expelling them from the Garden of Eden to prevent them from eating from the tree of life and living forever in sin. This chapter is pivotal as it introduces the concept of original sin and sets the stage for the need for redemption in the biblical narrative. Genesis chapter 3 is foundational to the Judeo-Christian understanding of sin. The narrative illustrates several key aspects: temptation and deception. The serpent's cunning lies in twisting God's words, leading to doubt and temptation. Disobedience. Adam and Eve's choice to eat the forbidden fruit, despite God's clear command, is the act of disobedience that constitutes the original sin. Wrongdoing. Their immediate realization of their nakedness symbolizes the awakening to their transgression and moral consciousness. Responsibility and blame. The tendency to avoid responsibility is shown when Adam blames Eve, and Eve blames the serpent. Consequences. Sin leads to consequences, affecting not just the individual, but creation as a whole, seen in the curses and the altered state of existence outside Eden. Separation from God. The most profound consequence is the separation from God, which is a spiritual death more significant than physical death. The story conveys that sin is not just an act but a state that separates humanity from God, necessitating redemption and restoration. This sets the stage for the themes of sacrifice, atonement, and salvation that permeate the rest of the biblical text.